You never hosted SNL, did you?
Never hosted SNL.
Would you host SNL UK?
Oh, of course. I would do it any time because I love sketch comedy. Always have. Yeah.
I could not be more excited and more happy about this chat than I'm about to have with this man who I've already slightly embarrassed myself that I gave him a hug rather than shook his hand when I first met
I noticed
him.
that. You went straight in. You went straight in with the hugs.
I didn't pause.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Odenkirk. Hooray!
Bob.
Thanks for having me. Big audience here.
Look at that. Look at that audience. They love you. So, welcome back to London.
Yes, good to be here.
What is London, when you have to come to London for work or whatever, what do you think of? What's the first thing? I guess you've been here
The
many
first thing I
times.
think of is when I came here in 92, and I saw James Brown at the Odeon.
Wow.
Wow.
And I saw the last performance, but not really, of the Monochrome set at the Electric Ballroom.
Oh, look at you.
But then they reunited.
Sure.
But
I like that.
yeah, and just hanging out. That visit was, of course, really awesome, and just hung out and walked around and spent some time here. And that I always think of that. And of course, the city's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Got some money going on in here.
Yeah, in some places.
Since when I was here last.
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
not everywhere, I'm sure.
It's snazzy around here.
Yeah, around here, it's snazzy. Yeah.
But when you get in at the time we get in the morning, it's
not so much.
Not so snazzy. No, it's kind of Leicester Square is very Times Square-y. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Oh,
we
yeah.
see
all
tourists
sorts.
and everything.
Yeah.
But get there too early, it's just rats and junkies. But apart of that, it's beautiful.
yeah.
Now you did. I was not that I needed to do a lot of research on you, but we're here to talk about the new film, which we will definitely talk about. But there's so much I could talk to you about. I could talk to you for hours. But you did a bit of radio back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I moved slowly into showbiz, and radio seemed like a good first step. I actually loved radio. I loved, there was a DJ in my hometown named Steve Dahl, who was an inspiration to me, a comic DJ, who was very crazy and fun and very in the moment. He kept getting fired from every station he was on. You know that feeling?
I'm very aware of that feeling.
Yeah. Chris has experienced that.
Yeah. And then some groups like the Credibility Gap and the Firesign Theater, and these are comic groups that did record albums and things. And so I did that in college, and from there moved into live performance. And I didn't really study acting, but I got to do a lot of acting over the years, as I wrote sketch comedy first and did that for 25 years and did performing while I did that, including my show, Mr. Show with David Cross. And then I got these crazy opportunities to be in really serious dramas, starting with Breaking Bad.
It's a fascinating career that you've had.
And I was given that because of Mr. Show, the sketch show that I did with David Cross. It was a popular show for rock bands to watch on tour, and television writers in Hollywood would watch it as a break from whatever they were doing. Drama writers and comedy writers were huge fans of this TV show that I'd done. And that, of course, worked as like an audition for me for all these shows that I then got to do because they were fans of this other thing. And the fact that I got Breaking Bad off Mr. Show is crazy. And I didn't audition for Breaking Bad. I didn't read for it. They just sent me the script and gave me a plane ticket.
Wow.
Like, I was so sure I'd show up there and they'd say, we meant the other Bob Odenkirk, the one who studied acting his whole life, not the one who didn't.
So I bet, were you not terrified on day one of shooting that then?
You know, the show wasn't a hit. It was, in fact, very questionable on the Bubble show, you could say, for 3 years. So I didn't have that intimidation of like, this thing's a massive, beloved thing. It wasn't. And so I figured, I'm off in a corner getting a shot at drama acting, which I always thought I might be decent at. and so good for me, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll just enjoy it and try not to be intimidated. Which I mean, I really wasn't.
Is it true it was just like 3 episodes? Was that?
Yes, I was asked to do 3 or 4 episodes. They knew they wanted this character, Saul, to come in and help with one story point, which was Jesse's girlfriend.
Right.
You know, was going to have her incident. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, sure.
If you haven't watched. And then they would need some connection to get that dealt with. And so they were going to have Saul do that. And then because I was only available for 3 of the 4, they had to invent the character of Mike, which later they said, of course, Saul wouldn't have helped with that incident because he would never get his hands bloody. And so it only made sense to invent Mike, but that was all because I was not available. So, you know, these guys at Breaking Bad and at Better Call Saul, same team, they just turned all their challenges into, you know, something better, an improved show in each case. Now, in the case of the first season of Breaking Bad, if there hadn't been a writer's strike, they would have killed Jesse.
Right.
Because the writer's strike shortened the season to 7 episodes from 10.
I didn't know
And
that.
they were meant to kill the Jesse character at the end of that season. And because it got abbreviated and they sat there and looked at it and they thought, what are we doing? We can't get rid of this character. This is a wonderful counterpoint to Walter White. So then they made a better choice.
It's
Incredible.
so incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of hard thinking went into the show, and I get so many credits for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, but I know how hard the writers worked.
Better Call Saul is a fantastic, fantastic series that is. I mean, I know people love Breaking Bad, but I would never say Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, but it is. The writing, the acting, the talent in there, the storylines, the way it's shot, the way it's just I love it so much.
Wow,
It's
thank you so
such
much.
A great show.
People who click into it get deep into it. I think it's worthy of that kind of attention, and that's to the credit of Vince Gilligan and the writers. And now he has a new show called Pluribus, which he's giving just as much care to. When Better Call Saul started, I was very intimidated by the job that I was given to do, and I gave it everything I had, and but I also thought this was too idiosyncratic a story, as opposed to Breaking Bad, which feels like a midlife crisis.
Right.
Like, it's just simple. Like, I get it. You're that age. You're like, I got to leave some money for my family, and I got to do something crazy. I got to do whatever it takes. And I just thought it was very relatable, the scenario, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, choosing to make meth is insane, but the situation of it. And whereas I thought Saul, and I've been surprised that it did as well as it did, but I just thought it was more unique to one character. I think the only thing universal about it is, you know, very often the stories that we tell each other and listen to and read and are stories of people who find their acclaim at a very young age. And Saul is a guy who's moving into his 30s and 40s and doesn't know what to do with his so-called talents that he knows he has.
But we get to go on that journey with him. We know what he's like at some point.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't know how he got there, and that's interesting. And for me, part of the beauty of it is you're rooting for the guy because he's a decent guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes he makes some genius moves, and sometimes he makes absolutely the wrong play.
Yeah.
And you're there, I'm rooting for the guy. Like I don't know if I'd like him if I met him, but it depends where I would meet him in his life. But it's just a lovely.
Well, I think people relate to that.
Yeah.
That guy who, like, they feel misunderstood and not appreciated by the world as Saul does.
Yeah.
And he has to find his way, and he somehow sort of does.
We have to talk about the new film.
Yeah.
To talk about the new film, I think we need to talk about some other films that you've done, because you are now the new action hero of Hollywood, and I could not be happier. So for me, it goes like this: Nobody,
Yes.
which I absolutely adore, and I'm so happy that they made a second.
Yeah.
And I want you to please just make them as fast as you can.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because
I would love to.
I love the character. I love the idea. I got so obsessed with the film Nobody, where Bob basically kicks ass in this.
Yeah.
That one day I was sitting at home and I'm like,
I'm going to work out.
no. Well, do you know what? It does make me kind of go, because I was never this muscular man you see in front of you before. I was very overweight man. But
What'd you do?
I cut down on everything.
Sugar, alcohol.
I drank a lot of alcohol.
But you stopped.
Yeah, cut down.
You cut down. That's good.
I ate and drank whatever I wanted,
Yeah,
but
me
I got
too.
bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, I
and
didn't
bigger.
get bigger.
Oh, no,
I could
did.
I could eat anything as much as I wanted.
If I can
Till I
watch
was
you
30.
eat, and then I would put weight on. It's that for me. But so Nobody, which I loved, and then Nobody 2, which was brilliant, and then Normal, because you're clearly going through all the ends.
Yes, that's right.
A very different film, but you know, you're kicking ass and taking names again, but in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
I watched the film, and again, it just sounds like I'm kissing your ass or I owe you money. But I watched it. I got sent a preview of it, and I couldn't stream it to my TV.
Oh, so you watched it on your phone?
I couldn't make it full screen.
Oh, God.
So I sat and watched.
Oh, no. Oh,
Which
no.
isn't the experience you had in mind, Bob.
and watched the whole thing because it sucked me in, and I
like
was
on a little window on your phone, not even the full.
not even the full screen, and it's still a great
You
film.
still enjoyed it. Well, I promise you, it's better when you can see it all. As a movie.
I thought to myself, I'm going to give this a good 20 minutes because I love you,
Yeah,
and then I'm
nice of you.
going to switch it off and watch the football.
Yeah,
and then
I don't blame
I
you.
watched the whole thing. It's
that's great.
It's a great film.
Well, that's very nice of you. It's kind of got every kind of flavor in it. It's funny throughout. It's got plenty of action. It's got some horror film type moments. It's very surprising, the story. You cannot tell where that story is going. Scripted by Derek Kolstad, who wrote Nobody, and he wrote John Wick. And then Ben Wheatley, this great director from your island here. He's made many awesome films, Free Fire and High Rise and Kill List. And he's the man who brought the various tones of humor and action and fun to this movie, Normal. So I'm so glad you enjoyed it, even at the diminished screen. I sure love making it, and I love playing this part. This character is my age. You know, I've been playing guys who are 15, 20 years younger than me my whole career. When I was Saul, they would have to CGI out the lines under my eyes for some scenes when I was the younger Saul. So nice that the audience accepted me in this role because he is younger than me. But anyway, this guy's my age, and I love playing Ulysses.
He's a great character. He's a kind of interim sheriff.
Yes.
In a little town in America, and the story goes from there. And again, I didn't know that much about it. I'm a big fan of watching films that I don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So that all I'll tell you is it's great. The film is out on Friday in cinemas across the UK. Unless you're listening to the repeat interview on Saturday, then the film is out now. You get double bubble on this show.
Thank you, man.
It's lovely. It's a really, really, really good film. And again, it's just I can't talk about it without giving stuff away.
Yes, it is hard. There's a lot of plot turns. The Yakuza are involved, which is like crazy because it's set in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But somehow the Yakuza are there. So get ready for some Yakuza action.
Did you get in shape for
Yes.
Nobody?
Yes.
And then went, right, I'm just going to, I
I'll
like
just keep
this.
going.
Because I
Yeah.
think you love the training, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes. I never liked working out. I never liked exercise. I didn't do it. I didn't need to do it. As I shared with you, I could eat anything. I had my metabolism from my mother, who could eat as much as she wanted and was always thin as a rail. And so I had that going for me. And then somewhere around 30 or 32, I sort of thought, okay, I should work out, right? I'm getting older. I didn't do much. But the age of 54, when I called my manager and said, you know, here I am doing Saul, and they're watching it around the world. And, you know, movies that play around the world are action movies. They can translate to any language, really. You can be enjoyed anywhere. And I'd be willing to train to do action. And I think I have sort of some of the qualities of an action lead. And again, I'd done Better Call Saul at that point for 2 years. So I kind of had become, I'd seen that I had a ability to do drama acting, and I'd gained some confidence in doing it. And so I just thought that step over, all it meant was that I would have to train to do the fighting. And I had not really exercised. I'd done the basic stuff,
Sure.
you know, for 20 minutes at most. And I said, well, let's do that. You know, let's do something new. And I started training with the stunt actor named Daniel Bernhardt, who's in every one of your favorite action films. Because these action guys, you know, there's a reason that they're samurais and stuff. It's because it's the same guys from the last film.
Is he the guy with the beard?
Yes.
Is he got I think I know who.
You know who he
I
is.
think-
He's in both Nobodies.
Yeah.
He's in every John Wick film.
Yeah.
He's
Is he
he's in
Adventures?
Atomic
Is he-
Blonde. He fights Charlize
Right, yeah.
up on that in that room.
Yeah, you wouldn't mess with him in a film.
No, you wouldn't mess with him if you're smart.
Well, no.
In real life.
But he trains you. He was the
He
one who
still trains me.
Still trains you.
I was at the
love
gym
that.
twice this last week.
Oh my
and
God.
Yeah, it's great fun because most exercise is kind of boring, but when you can mix in boxing and choreography, it gets engaging. So
I love the fact that you're now just like kicking ass in movies.
it's really fun, and I love doing the action fights because it is like playing like a kid. It's like doing fun fighting. I don't know. I grew up in a house with I had 3 brothers, and we fought a lot, and we fought a lot.
Yes.
And so it's really that, but with a camera.
I want to ask you very quickly before
Yeah.
I have to let you go.
Yeah.
You were recently on Broadway
Yeah.
with an amazing cast of
Yeah.
of people, and I was so desperate for that. I knew
Man,
that
it was good.
I knew it was never going to come
Yeah.
to the UK in that ensemble, but
No, the director, though, Patrick Marber, is doing Glengarry here.
Glengarry,
Has
Glen
this
Ross,
been
was it?
announced yet?
Oh,
No.
well, please announce it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, it's an exclusive. I like
no.
this.
It's going to be great. A friend of mine is in it.
Oh, really?
I can't say.
Oh, come on.
Come on, guys. Has this been announced?
I don't know.
Then I can
No,
talk
yeah.
about
we
it.
can we'll search it while we're talking, and
Yeah.
if it's not been announced, we'll edit it out. Don't worry. See, now I could.
Yeah, so I did
what-
Glengarry Glen Ross on Broadway with Bill Burr
I
and
love Bill
Kieran
Burr.
Culkin.
Kieran's been in here. He's great. As
Yes,
well. I mean,
fantastic.
that whole cast. was
Michael
just
McKean,
I mean, he's
unreal.
You worked with him before?
Yes.
Once or twice.
And we're going to do another thing on Broadway in about a month called Are You Now or Have You Ever Been? Which is a play. You know what it is.
Yes.
The HUAC hearings, these hearings, the anti-communist
Right.
hearings, as turned into a play, which is very compelling and entertaining as well.
Before I let you go, the final thing is SNL. You wrote for SNL
Yes, sir.
for a couple of seasons.
Yes.
Have you seen any of
Yes.
the UK?
I think it's good.
It is,
I think
isn't
they're
it?
doing it. Yeah. I mean, the first thing they did right was they hired a bunch of clever people who have some authentic comic, presence, and I think they're figuring themselves out still.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly like SNL America, which is great.
Correct.
Good.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't be. and be your own thing. And they're doing that. And yeah, I've only just kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye, but I know it's a great start. It's a great start.
You never hosted SNL, did you?
Never hosted SNL.
Would you host SNL UK?
Oh, of course. I would do it anytime because I love sketch comedy. Always have. Yeah.
Well, they listen to our show and nick some of our ideas.
Yeah.
So they're probably listening now.
All right.
So
All
expect a call for season 2.
Yes.
Everybody watch Bob's new film, which is called Normal. It's brilliant. Honestly, you will love it. Trust me, you'll just have a great time. And enjoy your rest of the time off.
Yeah.
Have a little break. Enjoy it. Don't do any work.
All right.
And then please come back and see us next time you're in town.
I will. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Odenkirk. Normal is out in cinemas on Friday.
Radio X.